Hey all you duct tape lovers in Cyberland, I'm Laura the Goddess for DuckTape Doohickies, a subsidiary of Totally Unique Treasures on Etsy.com. Today I'm going to show you a few tips and tricks that I've learned along the way in my duct tape creationism. So, shall we get started? First, a word of advice. No one likes to waste duct tape. It's expensive and it's kind of a bummer, especially if you've been working on a project for a long time and then mess it up. My advice is, take your time, no matter what project you're working on. It might save you a lot of money in the long run, and if you sell your goodies, it will definitely save your reputation. Take your time, just a couple of extra seconds. You will see a difference, and so will your customers. Ever wonder how some duct tape artists get their rounded petals so perfect? I'm going to show you exactly how to do it quickly and without a pattern. Here you can see I've prepared some petals for a flower, a rounded rose that's going to become a part of a special order Disney bouquet. And as you can see, the petals are ready to be rounded. So, I could take and just cut all the way around it, but you couldn't be certain that it's going to be perfect, now could you? One little simple thing. Make sure that when you fold it, the sticky side is on the outside. But you fold over your petal like this, and you can start at the top or at the side. Now who can't cut a straight quarter circle, okay? Then when it comes back up, it's perfectly rounded. You add it to your flower, you add it to your flower, you add it to your bouquet. You can do any shape. It works for rounded flowers. Make sure that you don't duct tape itself to itself. But you can do it for rounded flowers. You can do it for lily leaves. That's when you put them around and they go out like this. Or you can make tulips with these, going like that. Now, hearts. Once again, sticky side out. When you fold these, sticky side out. Always remember that, sticky side out. Now instead of just starting at the top and making a quarter circle, you're going to want to start about a quarter of an inch down and make a half a circle. And of course, yes, it's going to take some practice, but you'll get it down and your pieces will look professional. You can even cut down. You have a heart. In fact, most people I know, when they make flowers so that they look like flowers, they put a dart in the middle. So that makes it look even more like a heart. You can even do this with your outside leaves. I'll show you what I'm talking about. When you make a rose, you have the outside, the little outside leaves like this here. They're smaller than the most of them. In fact, I always make them a quarter of the tape. Once again, remember, sticky side out. You fold it in half. You have your little rose leaf that you can put on there. That, my friends, is how you make perfectly rounded or perfectly shaped flowers fold them in half, and remember, sticky side out. Now we all know how to make these rings right here. It takes a lot of little squares of duct tape to make these, and cutting them sometimes can be rather tedious, I guess, to be nice about it. However, I found a method that can actually help you get your line straighter, your cut line straighter. Now, most people will go, gotta have all those little squares, gotta fill up all those little squares and all those little inches. However, if you do that, you cover up. I'm going to use a tape you can actually see on here. If you do that, though, you cover up all the lines that you actually need to guide you. So I'm going to show you how I put the tape down so that I can get the best and the most uniform little squares to make those perfect little flowers. Okay, first off, start at the edge of the first, skip the first inch over here, because then you have your line in the center. Okay, and you go all the way to the end and skip the last inch, and you cut it there. Okay, see, now you can see all of your cutting lines that you need to be able to see to cut this properly. You're going to want to actually do the same thing. I usually cover my board skipping the entire outer inch to make a bunch of these little petals all at the same time. And I found that if I use the smaller version of this board, I can cut it. I can line it all the way up, all the way across. And I get a straight line. Now my cutting board's been used so much that I can just go like this and my lines are straight, but it's because I did it this way. And usually, like I say, I have tape all the way across, and then I just take and line it up. And since these squares on this board are perfect, you'll always get perfect little, come off there, you'll always get perfect little squares to do the flower petals. So, last and final tip for the day, or for this video anyway, is skip an inch around your cutting board so that you actually have something that'll help you measure and get your squares perfect. I do hope the tips and tricks on this video helped you on your duct tape journey today. Please make sure you tell your friends and subscribe to my channel. Also, tell me what you'd like to see me do. If I don't know it, I'll learn it for you and I'll teach you. Until then, this is Laura the Goddess for Duct Tape Doohickies, a subsidiary of Totally Unique Treasures on Etsy.com. As usual, saving the planet, one accessory at a time.